You can see the diehard fans here, right? Like, if we had 50-some-odd people earlier, place was packed out.
Yeah.
Some people have gone home, but those are the diehards.
Yeah, we saw
They're
Chris standing here, went out early in the top 8, but, you know, he traveled in for this, and he's sticking around to watch. So, you know, mad props to him and all the other guys that have come out. You know, players from West Virginia, from Florida, you know, long drives.
We had a West Virginia
easy
player
to get here.
So we had a West Virginia? Oh, Zach
yeah.
West, yeah.
And that's the thing. I mean, we've got, as much as all the 3 of us are on stream, I mean, we love watching the game. We love playing the game. And, you know, we want to bring you guys the best coverage possible. And I feel like the matches today have really delivered. And, you know, props to all the players.
And, oh, man, the number of IDs we've seen on both sides. The meta's looking great. And in this game, I'm excited for it. I think it will deliver. It looks like Michael.
Do something about the darn Caprice. Oh, wait, it's NEH in the finals.
Yeah, so it looks like Zach is starting with a Beal, maybe 2 shipments from Sansan, and a hedge fund, and then whatever he installed there in the remote. But only going to drop a single piece of ice this turn.
So protects R&D.
Now that made me wonder, how far did RP get in this tournament? Was John playing RP in third?
Ahmed, I think Ahmed was.
Ahmed was probably the top.
Traveled. Yeah.
Yeah. As much as we complain about Caprice, none of the top 4 decks have had it.
It's true.
They've been NEH. Different versions of NEH.
All right. Can we pull the Beal? No.
Yeah, he sees an Eli though, so that's good information. He's gonna drop Katie and load Katie. That's it.
Got him.
I'm sorry. What? Sorry. See, I was pronouncing it like an American would because you know we're the best. So Katie Jones, loaded up with money.
So we're going to draw off the Enigma.
And PBR apparently, yeah.
And I think, you know, at some point, Zach is going to present an early challenge. Yep, and he installs, he jams out the agenda. Zach's been doing this all day. He'll put you to the test to produce the money, show me that you can get into my server.
At least it's not an Hester script, though.
Yep, loses a
Michael
click,
doesn't know that, so he has to run it. But
he's got a cloak in hand, which isn't going to do a whole lot for him without a breaker.
I mean, he doesn't have any money, so
I think a day job can
be.
Sorry.
Yeah. And he's just going to load Katie. So yeah, sitting on 3 credits, day job in hand.
But of course,
Katie loaded to 6.
Zach was telling us earlier about how he tries to hard advance things, but no, he's just going to go straight through with that deal.
Interesting that he saves that. Oh no, he did shipment. Okay, sorry,
shipment.
I didn't notice. And he has a sweeps in hand, so probably looking to use that next turn if he can.
Oh, puts out the NAPD.
Oh, wow.
That was
sneaky.
Very ballsy from Zach.
Yeah, Zach likes to lead with that agenda install to draw a card off of that. It's very interesting. Draws the Gutenberg.
Now, are we going to see him just stack that on R&D? You'd have to think that's the plan.
Well, I mean, his HQ isn't particularly, you know, protected. He doesn't have Biotic in hand. It's not like he's going to be able to put on the board as soon as he gets it.
Yeah, so
looks
protect
like a
the
daily business show, yeah. And then there you go. It throws down the ice in front of HQ. So.
Yeah, and Gutenberg is a problem for Michael. I mean, he's leaning on Katie for his early economy pretty hard, and so you know he can't afford to just run and take tags and be spending basically all of his Katie money clearing tags.
Right, and he sees an early lady here. He knows there's an Eli. It's not.
There's always an Eli.
Yeah, I mean it's not always super cheap to break that Eli with the lady though. You know. He's got the clone chip out, fortunately, so you know he's got at least 1-2 go-rounds with it. And he accesses the daily business show. Yeah, you got to think. He knows he has a day job in hand. He can afford to trash that early.
Yeah, it's tough. As relevant as day job is here, I mean, it's one of those where you've got to be scared that if you take a turn off, I mean, if Zach jams something out behind this either of the remotes, I've got to imagine Michael's going to be pretty nervous to use this day job, even if he has to.
Yeah, and so he might honestly be waiting for the Comet to come out to play it. You know, he can rely on Katie a little bit here early. But it's also going to depend a lot on how much pressure Zach wants to apply.
Yeah, we see Cyberdeck's Virus Suite not going to be very relevant in this match, but yeah, he's drawing just enough money to keep him afloat.
Yep. The baby.
Dropping the baby.
Symmetrical Visage has been doing work all day for a lot of people. Michael
we've seen that card everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, take baby money, load Katie.
And did he draw?
I think another Eli.
No agenda yet.
So there's, I think, an Eli in front of HQ and 1 in hand.
I mean, this is great for Michael. The longer it takes him to get that agenda in hand, the more Michael's big rig's going to get set up here.
I think we do see the Biotic, though. I think I'd see the Singleton Biotic in his hand, and that is going to present a problem because he is 8 credits, so it is very live.
Yeah, especially with another shipment from San.
Yeah, great point.
Which is bad because, yeah, I mean, he only has one. The fact that he happened to,
Yeah.
you know, come and get it is nice for him.
Yeah, so now the question is, how fast can he get the next agenda in hand? I mean, the more of the stealth rig that comes online, I mean, this can be scary the longer you let it get set up. I mean, he's a couple of breakers away from none of Zach's ice being all that relevant.
Right.
Right, but the other hand is, you know, he is playing NEH, and Michael can't give him all that time. He's not trying to pressure those that economy of his. He's not really running R&D. He's not really running HQ. So as much as Zach is giving Michael time, Michael's doing the exact same thing on the other end.
Although
of the
now
board.
we see an RDI in hand, a diesel and a quality time. So Michael, in fact, I think just drew the second RDI. So this might accelerate pretty quickly for him. We know he would like to see the prepaids and the comets to fire the things like the day jobs, but he might not have that time. And to your point, you know, Zach doesn't want to give it to him. If Zach is going to draw those, oh wow, and he just discards the day job.
Wow.
And the quality time.
I mean, that's a big hit against NEH, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Can't give him
at this
that
point,
time.
he's loading money on Katie, and I think he's just going to rely on that for his economy.
Wow,
Not a bad econ.
Steady drip of all this operation economy, and he has the Astro.
Wow, yeah.
Michael may have just given him just a minute too long, but he's not playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is going to be a pivotal turn. I mean, if this Astro gets scored on 4 points with the Astro counter, hasn't had to res any ice, I mean, that's a very dangerous spot for Michael to be in.
And he's sitting on 14 credits. I mean, he's not in any kind of bad place. I don't know what Michael's looking for to really start these runs.
Now, Michael doesn't he run a Singleton Vamp in his deck?
I can tell you now.
It's like we're prepared for that.
Could be relevant.
Yeah,
one vamp.
Just one vamp.
Now, he doesn't have the breakers to necessarily get there.
Oh, and on top of the biotic,
Oh,
he has
yeah.
the Sansan too.
Yeah, that's going to be...
This is
So
tough.
he still has the biotic in hand. He has
Pretty
Sansan on the
rough.
board. He has the Astroscript counter. Michael has to just out
There's the
R&D him.
comment, I think. But at this point,
Yeah.
you put the day job in the bin already. How much more can you really afford?
You got to take that money off of Cotty. You got to put out the 2 RDIs and start going.
Draws a levy, which
I mean, I agree
too
with
slow.
you.
Never going to see
I
the
mean,
bottom of
I
his
think the
deck.
problem is he knows he's running into more than just a barrier, and he doesn't have a self mod or anything else to fetch breakers.
Yeah.
So he's just going to play same old, discard levy, and
Oh,
And
gosh,
there it
the
is,
Astro
second
off the
Astro.
top. This is brutal.
Oh, that's
I'm sorry, Michael.
Yeah, because now the NAPD is just live to be scored out of hand.
and Zach does the smart thing and even checks for the clot. So yeah, 2 Astro counters on 6 points. This game is unfortunately all but over for Michael.
And this is, these are the NEH games that can happen. If you don't challenge them early and make them res ice, this is what
But
happens.
he will. There's the same old thing, or the self mod.
Turn too late,
That is
man.
precisely what he needed. Yeah,
3
last
turns
turn.
ago. Yeah.
So he'll install it and just go for R&D probably.
The only thing he really has going for him, I don't think Zach has a shipment from Sansan in his hand, so he can't pull the shenanigans with that necessarily.
I mean, he has 6 credits.
With the Sansan resed and
Damn.
2 Astro counters, I don't think he's worried about anything. Even on NAPD wins in the game. Oh, and Michael's going to go for his hand instead.
Not a bad play.
Yeah,
Double
probably
pop-up.
just thinks there's a lot of agendas in there. But unfortunately, we know that Zach has just been top-decking them. Sees a crick. Sees a biotic and a wraparound. So that legwork didn't do a whole lot for him.
I mean, at least Zach does not have a DBS out right now, so he is going to have to top deck them until Michael.
Yeah, Michael knows that Comet probably not going to have time to get online. Although with the cards he had in hand, it might have been worth going for. And Zach does not draw the agenda.
I mean, he can literally just take his
Put
first
Jackson.
2 actions.
I imagine he's just going to install Jackson and wait until next turn now and just.
Because he has 2 clicks worth of just drawing, and then he can still score.
Install new remote, draw a fresh card. At this point, just power draw.
Draws another
Sansan.
That's
I mean, the good thing for Michael, if there is a good thing, which there's not a lot right now, but if you hit R&D and you just get lucky with a bunch, I mean,
it's
run
possible.
R&D is an action that you can take for free, and if it happens to be an agenda and multiple in a row,
And look, he's got it. He's like, well, R&D interface is what I have. So
I mean, Gutenberg. Yeah, at this
I think
point,
he's going to let it fire.
he's like, whatever.
He'll take the tag.
All of the tags.
Because if there's a code gate that he needs to break, he'd rather go fetch that than spend money on a sentry breaker.
I mean, the good news is he doesn't care about tags at this point.
Yeah.
If this is something cheap on the back piece of ice that Zach's looking to res, I mean, if he gets the agenda and he can run back through,
Architect.
he's going to make him spend some money.
You have to go get the sentry breaker now.
And is he running Dagger? Is that what we're pulling here?
I think so, yeah.
You know, he's got the Ghost Runner money.
Yeah.
So
and the cloak.
he can get a couple of looks
through.
at this.
As a matter of fact, this is click 1?
Yeah.
Click 3, sorry.
Click 3.
He's going the other way.
So,
yeah.
So he can
he's
get
got,
literally
he's got
2
one
looks.
more.
Yeah, the Jackson's going to be the problem because Zach can power draw so much with Jackson that the odds of him not finding an agenda are pretty low. But we do have an RDI.
Now, on the plus side, if these aren't agendas, he's got a turn, right?
No.
Well, no, because that third one could be a Beal or an Astro, and it's over. So, yeah, not even.
I mean, Cavus can even take 2 of his 3 turns to draw off of, off of Jackson. He's going to be able to look at 5 cards before he even has to score an agenda.
And he doesn't run after the Jackson.
I mean, I think it's a smart thing to check those servers, but if you have a second RDI in hand, maybe you just install it and hope.
Didn't get it.
Wow, power drawing, seeing ice.
Yeah, so now Michael's in a position where,
Oh, he's
that
about
deck
to
is
drop
getting
some ice
smaller.
down there, but he only has 2 credits, so he can't even do a lot to keep Michael out.
The top tech is real.
And I mean, Michael's going to have some time to install a second RDI if he wants to.
Exactly. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't at this point.
Absolutely.
He's tagged, but Zach hasn't
shown. Going to draw for click
draws
3.
breaking news.
There's not even more.
Both of them.
2.
2 breaking newses.
And he's going to put. I think he's going to get rid of 1 and keep 1 in hand so he can Jackson it away if he has to.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a fistful of cards.
And Michael knows. I mean, it's going to cost him next to
Is
nothing
that
to get
a
in there.
tell that he sort of instantly put that down?
Yeah,
I
think
it's a tell
so.
That, okay, he finally drew it on click 3. So what does Michael do here? Can he even worry about it, or does he just have to hammer R&D?
I think you hit R&D.
I think yeah.
I mean, at this point, you've got RDI down. I mean, you can click 1 symmetrical visage to see a card and get a little bit of money, and just go broke with your Ghost Runner credits to try and just get as many accesses. And if you see 2 agendas in a row, you're going to get a shuffle after this. If he makes him pop Jackson, if you see 2 in a row and then go back, I mean, crazier things have happened than pulling 3 agendas with
and they
RDI.
happened to Michael earlier, so it just seems appropriate.
Dirty laundries and archives for money.
There's nothing there.
Okay.
At this point, probably wishes he had
Click
that
2,
install second RDI. Yep.
And
then 3 and 4
it's
going
go
for it.
Twice.
3 cards each time.
This is how you win.
Now, Zach probably going to pop Jackson here to dilute. You'd have to think. After blinking so many times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man.
This is Netrunner. Zach's been playing great all game, but, at the end it comes down to
a shuffle.
Yep.
Shuffle and a draw.
All right.
He takes three events or operations. Smart, because it can't be trashed.
So
He's
4 agendas in this deck, and Michael needs to draw 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, shuffle well.
Sorry, 5 agendas. Need a drum roll sound effect here.
All right.
Down on the table.
Cut.
I don't think it'll translate.
All to the top, Michael.
You can do it. 1.
Click 1.
Nope.
It's
2.
not it.
No.
No.
Oh.
So do you
You
YOLO run HQ?
You run HQ. I mean, he doesn't know that Zach has 2 breaking news in there, but I mean, he could theoretically pull the only one he has.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Zach, Zach
Told him,
shows it
look,
to
I
him
got
because it's
2.
a single pull.
There it is.
Wow. And just
Well
like that,
played.
Big applause for Zach out
you
of the
know,
back. Comes
a great draw and great play from Zach there. Not a lot better than getting 2 Astro scripts scored.
Yeah.
And,
He is nice.
and Michael, he did what he could with what he had.
And he's an out-of-towner, but, I mean, I got to hand it to him. You come into Atlanta meta, I mean, one of the better metas in the country, I'm pretty sure, and just go undefeated.
Yeah, to go undefeated against, a region that sent the half of the top 8 at Tulsa, right? You got to feel pretty confident there.
Yeah. Outstanding player, great run today, absolutely.
And
Congratulations.
And just a great guy too, really nice and genuine to everybody that he plays and hangs out with here. So, congrats to him, huge win. Guess we'll be seeing him in the second round of nationals and beyond.
Absolutely.
So.